I promised you guys another video on liminal space, and that's what this is going to be. I'm going to deliver. If any of you guys have felt the energy, it's been massive changes and then slowing downs and then this stagnation that just kind of loomed in the air. Well, guess what? I think I finally cracked the code on what that is. July, as I mentioned in my monthly entries video, was about this becoming and shedding of the old chapter to bring upon the new. Well, this is happening in a liminal space in which I call like a void. The reality of the past cycles that we were moving through has come to an end. If you think about it, picture in your mind, tell me in the comments below, can you foresee this reality, your life, in whatever situation that you're in, going on for the next few months? If the answer is no, then basically that's your answer. There is this liminal space that is looming, and we're on this rock. Let that rock represent your reality, your past reality, and you're on the cliff edge of your becoming. You're moving through this void via this rock, and all that's around you is the decaying old land and ruins of your past reality. Your reality may not look like it's the wastelands, but it kind of is when you peel back the layers of what you're seeing around you. Because, I mean, we're on this beautiful planet, Gaia, but if we peel back the layers of what we're really experiencing, we'll find that everything is empty. Everything is quiet. Everything is off. Nothing quite feels right. And that's because this reality is no more. We're in between spaces. We're transitioning from a world that's long gone to a now brand new one, a new timeline. So everything is completely new. You can't go back even if you tried. But at the same time, the future is still fuzzy. So what is this? This is the liminal space. This is the transition from where we were to our becoming to our next timeline. And it's amazing and it's beautiful, because if you look back a few months from now to see yourself how you were before now, you'll find that massive changes have taken place. Even though it feels like nothing's happening, everything is still, everything is actually changing, and there's a lot going on in the background, but you can't see because the veil is over your eyes, because you're still in this reality. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, because you can feel it, and it's really eerie. It's really eerie, but in a really beautiful way, because we know we don't want our previous reality to continue on. We know deep down that we want massive change to take place so that we can expand and progress through our life. So what do we do with this? This liminal space that we're in right now is calling us to take a leap of faith and commit. Does that mean grinding hard? No, it doesn't mean grinding. It doesn't mean constantly doing things for the sake of building up this momentum that we may fear that if we don't build up, nothing will come to fruition. We have to trust ourselves and how much we've grown over this time to see that, no, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna commit to it. So that's the magic word, committing to it and jumping off of that ledge, of that previous reality, or I should say of that previous remnant of a rock, of a cliff edge, into the unknown. Jumping off that stone into the blackness of the unknown. Is it scary? Yes, but what's scarier is staying in a reality that you have completely outgrown. So what's it gonna be? Are you going to stay in a reality that's literally decaying all around you? Or are you going to face your fears, remove those projections from the unknown? Because if you think about it, oftentimes we fear the unknown, but in truth, we're not fearing the unknown. We're projecting into the unknown. Face what needs to be faced. Face your fears. In other words, if we can follow our hearts instead of following the fear, we'll be able to thrive. We'll finally be able to take the steps needed and jump off that ledge into the great unknown, into your next timeline, into your future, into everything that's waiting for you on the other side. Because if you think about it, guys, think about it this way. We have the 5 of Cups in tarot. What does that mean? That means that one person is sitting here observing their life. And this is in my experience. And they're really disappointed and they're not seeing the bigger picture here. But all he has to do is look up and he'll find that there is an entire different reality waiting for him across that bridge, across the water. So if you think about it in that sense, where he is kind of like that liminal space. It's unfulfilling. It's the remnants of what was. And it's a crossing point between where you were to where you're becoming. There is so much waiting for you on the other side of where you are right now. So don't give up, guys. I know everything for many of us is really scary and new and changing, but at the same time not changing. And it's confusing and all these things are going on because you're going through this massive transformation. But if you just keep looking from within, you will find the answers and the clarity that you've been seeking all this time. If you can just still your mind and find that rooting within you, your core, you can actually find your way back home, and that will give you the insight needed to be able to take action, to take that leap into the unknown. And you'll know that no matter what happens and what comes up, that you will be able to handle it, because look at how far you've come. There's so much better on the other side. Thank you so much for listening and or watching. Tell me your thoughts about this. And don't forget to keep learning and growing.